Hey y'all. Wait a minute, that was too fast. Hey y'all. Happy Friday. So, if you've been in this community for some time, or even if you ain't been in it for some time, you know I every so often do a story time in the Anu community. And it's usually typed up, written, but it's usually good and all that good stuff. But I wanted to do something different for my new membership, my private community, Freedom Unleashed. But I'm giving you guys a little sneak peek here in Anu so that you can see how things will be done in Freedom Unleashed. It's going to be exclusives, it's going to be different, and you're going to get a little bit more of me, like things like this. So I typically do a story time just talking about, my business experiences and all of that, and give like some tips and everything. So I had an idea to do a story time today that's a little bit more personal to me, but it's still gonna have the same feel vibe of it. So today my story time is about my first heartbreak. Right? So um this was in 2207. Wait a minute, hold on. How you say that? 2007? Oh my God, y'all. Anyway, so it's 2007. That's what it is, 2007. So it's 2007, and I am about 26 years old with my third, and I'm pregnant with my third child, my son. And have my husband and I been having issues? I don't know if we were having issues. I don't think so. Not like real bad or nothing like that. Not to the point where things get, in this story. So 2007, I'm pregnant with my third child. I'm about 26 years old. I've been married for 6 years at this time at 26. And my husband and I, we owned a home. We were doing pretty well in life. I had just decided to become a stay-at-home mom because we were having our third baby. So daycare and stuff like that is whooping our ass. So I decided to be a stay-at-home mom. Things are going good. We can have our third baby and all that stuff, whatever. So when I was probably about 5 months pregnant, I was going through our phone bill, and the bill was high as hell. When I say high as hell, it was like three, four times the amount that our bill normally was. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it's so crazy because you know how you get mail and you don't ever look at your mail, right? And for some reason, I'm going through the mail. It's like 1:12, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm going through the mail, and I see the phone bill, and it got like all these charges on it. So I'm looking through the phone bill. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So I look through it, and I see this number on there all of the time, right? Yeah, I see where this is going. So I see the number on there, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was a area code in my town, but it was like the town over, right? And so my husband had a friend at the time, a guy friend that he worked with that I knew lived over in this other town. And so I'm like, why is he talking to him so much? Because the area code was the same. And first, I was like, this is strange, right? So then again, it's like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I go in, I wake him up, and I'm like, who the hell is this? Why are you talking to him so much? And he was like, oh, that's my friend Red. So it wasn't the guy friend from work, right? So that wasn't good enough for me. So I called the number, and I called the number from his phone, and the person answered the phone, and it was a young lady. Okay. And so, if you know me, I went off. I went crazy. Mind you, I'm pregnant, all this stuff, but I'm coming up to this job. I'm being asses, right? So, I had my glucose test the next day, and that's the only thing that kept me from going up to that job. So, anyway, I later learned a couple months later. Well, we talked about it, and he was like, "Oh, it's nothing like that, da 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 da." But you're talking to this girl all day, okay? So couple months later, come to find out he was dealing with this woman or whatever, and I ended up putting him out of the house. Lots of drama, y'all. Lots of drama. I'll get into it another day. But so of course he leaves. Um, he was gone. Our relationship at this point, I had been with my husband since I was 16 years old. So now we've been together for like 10 years. And I never experienced anything like this. This was not our MO. Like we was in love, high school sweethearts, all that good stuff and everything. So it was like super duper traumatic for me. And I'm pregnant and I have two other kids. My oldest daughter was 7 at the time. My second daughter was 2 at the time, and I'm pregnant with my third baby. And now I'm a single parent for the first time ever. And so it was like really traumatic. So that was my first heartbreak. So let me tell you how this has to do with business, right? So I told you all my business and all that. So I was doing Mary Kay at the time, which was my first business I ever started. If you don't know that story, you're gonna have to go back and watch another video. And again, I was heartbroken. I was devastated. I felt insecure. I felt lost because I had quit my job. I felt dumb, and all of that good stuff. And um, I was doing Mary Kay at the time, and I remember just like throwing myself into that business. And it really helped me. And I've had some things happen since then throughout my life, either with my husband or just personal things, where my business just always kind of came in and helped to save me almost. It helped me to build my confidence. It helped me to make money to, care for my family. It helped me to feel more secure. It helps me to meet people and get out of the house and not sit in the house and be stuck. And, just going through stuff or whatever. And anytime I have ever gone through something super traumatic, it is so crazy. My business always came in and saved me. It is so crazy. But to be able to get up, to be able to build, first of all, working on a business, all that stuff. So it took my mind off of the bullshit, really. But then I would have to get up and I would have to go to meetings and I would secure clients. And it would just like be like just the boost of confidence that I needed in that moment. And I'm saying all of this to say, I was gonna send an email out maybe next week or something like that. But money is not always the motive, you know. Like business is a whole different ball game, but money is not always the motive. Money is not always the thing that you will get out of the business is what I'm trying to say. So for anyone who is going through something, for anyone who is experiencing some kind of tragedy or, you know, heartbreak or anything like that, just know that your business could be the thing that actually gives you the boost that you need to help you through that situation. My kids start saw me still striving, still doing well, and all of that good stuff. And life happens, but my business always stepped in those times. So this was our first story time and Freedom Unleashed. And I hope to see you guys inside of this community because it's going to be something absolutely amazing. So, thank you guys for listening. And we'll do this more often. I like it. Alrighty, bye.